it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I know she can count on them. She try to be nosy and hit her lag, she like, girl, you can count. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue punts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can select your difficulty, play style, favorite team, or accessibility options. You can always change these later from the game settings. Accessibility settings.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
Ready? Yellow lady.
They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Starters for the NFC across the O-line. It's Tyron Smith of Dallas at left tackle. Brandon Brooks of the Eagles at left guard. You got Alex Mack, the center of the Falcons. Another Cowboy, Zach Martin at right guard. And then Teron Armstead of the Saints holding down the right side. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The starting defense now for the AFC.
And as expected, there's speed and talent everywhere you look on this Pro Bowl roster. Let's keep an eye on the secondary because they're going to be tested in a big way. It's the Pro Bowl. Not many running plays. The ball will be in the air on almost every snap. Fortunately for them, roster full of cornerbacks who are used to playing on an island.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Breeze to Adam Thielen for an NFC first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC heading out on offense, and leading him is number 15 from the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, in his first ever Pro Bowl.
Get your tux, get your best suit. Let's head to the red carpet. NFL Honors is coming up, and he will be the heavy favorite to be the NFL MVP. And let's face it, we'll see him here at the Pro Bowl many times to come in future years.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. The starting unit for the AFC, definite Pittsburgh connection on that offensive line. 3 Steelers in Villanueva, Pouncey, and DeCastro. Also in that starting group, Quentin Nelson, the rookie from Indy at left guard, and the Titans' Taylor Lewan, selected to his 3rd straight Pro Bowl at right tackle. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. We're scoreless after 1. The AFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Brett Kern of the Titans on to punt for the AFC. Tariq Cohen of the Bears back deep for the NFC. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score, going totally opposite what it should be.
Well, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe 51-44, something like that. The two punters, Johnny Hecker and Ryan Allen, don't even show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass because you know the Rams like to fake it when he's on the field.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Ready? 95-56.
Breeze going to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Shotgun now for Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw is Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Breeze to Ertz for the NFC first. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Again, it's Breeze. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Shoves him away. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with a score tied. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Again, a run with Connor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal, and I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt, you talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied, this stage of the contest, boy.
Mahomes pipoqueiro. Caramba, mano. Mahomes é pipoqueiro.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Breeze again. He's got it. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now it's counter. Oh, it breaks another. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Mahomes é o pipoqueiro, mano.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody. Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story f***ed if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That second down play nets a -4.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
A blitz tá dando a defesa mais certo.
On third down, Trubisky.
Ah, só que eu
And
falei.
the throw there going to be incomplete.
Quase, mano.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. That's taken on the 25. And shoving his way inside the 35. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ó, devia ter cortado. Ah, não dava, né?
So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
Oh, Rodgers.
And Graham's got it. Complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Look at him.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Let's go,
Now Rodgers. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Staying on his feet. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now it's Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, it's 9-0.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Davis now to return it. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Os caras estão mordidos.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Agora não, agora garantiu.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And an alley to run. return it to the 21-yard line.
Tackle.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get him the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Jones. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Now definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Estaria feliz com o resultado. Estaria orgulhoso.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They begin with a run by Davis, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger, 63 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now an even 30. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Right 80. Hey, 18. Get him. Yep.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Tight right. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On 1st down, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. He's got Burton here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. I tell you what, they got the lead here in the second half, and you can attribute part of that at least to some great returns on special teams, particularly in the punting game.
And when we add up yardage during a game, we often miss some of the key yardage, don't we? And that's what you get in the kick return game. In this case, punt returns. We often call it the area of hidden yardage. Changes field position, makes big plays, and that's why they're leading here today.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Evades the tackler, and now some space. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end drop.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jonathan Bullard able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn and stripped.
And they will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action. Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Mike 50. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. been an easy day for him.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will extend this big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Trubisky steps away. And he's going to keep it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Illegal touching.
Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Rodgers. Fights loose. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh,
and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. This is Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. From the 35 on second down, Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing here, Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This is taken at about the 14. Powerful running. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Estados Unidos é o que manda esse esporte, né? E o basquete também, né? Parece bem realista, mas americanos. Olhando de longe assim é mais da hora.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Right.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. The 40. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. What we just saw, we've seen a lot of broken
forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Estávamos sem algo.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Robinson's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now Trubisky to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Trubisky will throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
One last shot for Trubisky. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself.